Hey! Welcome to another edition of the greatest D&D extravaganza in this world and the next. Oh, and you get 2 in 1 week, baby, because that's how awesome we are, yeah! Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs here. You got Soul Rack and Destroyer, along with his crew of destroyers. You got Fang the Mag here. You got Wilmore Chanton here. You got the gingerest and greatest D&D DM in all the land leading us in this epic adventure here. It's Nate Gonzalez here. So take it away here.
Thank you, Soul Rack the Destroyer, and welcome everyone to tonight's Sunday night edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. Go ahead and give you guys a quick little recap per usual, and we're going to go ahead and just jump right on into this thing. First little note, tonight's episode is sponsored by Modelo, Tall Cans. It's going to keep me hydrated throughout this game.
That's the Gonzalez, so not saving it.
Yes.
And Garcia.
That's
Yeah,
right.
buddy.
See. All right, so we
The more
started
he
off.
drinks, more monsters come up.
That's right.
And I was a fucking pterodactyl, you goddamn it.
We did have a T-Rex 2 games ago.
That's true.
So you guys started
Don't
off.
know what next creature's coming.
We'll find out soon, I'm sure. Started off the last game approaching Svartborg. The icy walls and the ice-covered lodges, these giant-sized lodges on this glacial rift floating out here in the sea of moving ice. Fang and Cuomo decided to take to the sky and scope out some of the buildings and get a nice lay of the land. Saw that the southern 2 buildings were partially covered in ice, seemed to be maybe have some people or giants currently all around them and checking them out. Fang went inside and checked out the one where he saw a dragon horn sticking out the second-story window of it, where you guys thought was maybe like an alarm system of sorts. Maybe they use it to make everyone else aware of any intruders or whatnot. He went in there and saw that there were some drunken frost giants inside of this lodge, and I'll let you guys know about this and the layout of it, but not before destroying this dragon horn and causing a great big ruckus and having the frost giants be aware of you guys' presence. So stealth mission out the window. But you guys decided to sail on quickly as these 3 frost giants came running out of the lodge and saw you. 2 of them kept an eye on you and followed like your trail, and another one went to the southern lodge and disappeared after some quick moves and hiding into one of these dilapidated wooden lodges. Wilmore cast Enemies Abound on one of these giants, and it was a great distraction as one of them just started beating at the other one. They just started getting into a little drunken battle right there. Enough time for you guys to buy to escape into this icy cavern, where you guys saw these little scratch marks in the ground and whatnot, and were pretty wary of an animal or a beast lurking in this cavern. And lo and behold, when you guys were trying to escape, a frost salamander did burst out of the ice and attack you guys, frosting Wilmore over, and I'm just leaving him to be a little popsicle there to dead. But you guys were able to kill this frost salamander, save him, and keep on with checking out the lay of the land. You guys saw that there was another few lodges in the northern side, but they're all completely entombed in ice. Saw that there was a great ship that was also entombed in ice on the north side with a bunch of barbarians, about 20 of them, tethered to the icy walls, chipping away at it, with a couple of yetis on this ship as well, clawing at the ice, and a frost giant barking orders at them from a smaller ship below. You also saw that there were some larger great ships docked to the east and the south in this inlet, and then another larger building to the east as well that seemed to have like a bell tower to the top of it. And it's pretty much all that you guys were able to see in this inlet here. And then Fang decided he's going to go check out that southern largest building once more. Went on there, saw the attic had a large wooden crate or wooden cage in it that contained a beautiful giant white owl, and a bunch of wooden crates and boxes and barrels and whatnot scattered inside of this attic as well. He popped off one of the lids, found a couple flasks of alchemist fire and a bronze figurine of a griffin, and brought that back down to you all, but not before stopping on the second level and seeing that there was a balcony there in which he caught an eye of 3 frost giants, one of them being one of the drunken ones that were in the lodge, that you guys first saw, and two of them he wasn't able to quite see exactly who they were, but the one was letting them know that he saw some intruders on Svartborg on the land, and the other two looked out the window, didn't see anyone, called her a drunk, said you're just seeing things essentially, and you need to get some sleep and rest up. You're an embarrassment. Thankfully, back to you all, let you guys know all this, and showed you guys all the flask of alchemist fire and this bronze griffin statuette, and that's where we're going to pick it up from here. So what would you guys like to do?
No, gents, I think the smart thing to do would definitely figure out a plan of approach. I think we've regained our stealth here with them not thinking that there's actually people on the island. But my plan is, I think I'll give him permission this one time to use the Ring of Invisibility and scope out the area, try and potentially find the conch. Once we figure out the setting and everything, we try and lure them out, just trying to make things a little easier for us, and try not to get into any altercation with the giants. It'd definitely be better for us if we didn't have to fight Solrak. I know you like slashing and bashing here, but I mean, that's just me. I'd like to get off this island safe and sound.
Oh, hey, Shanton, you hear that? He gives you permission to use the ring.
Yes, consent.
I do appreciate I do appreciate that. I mean, it does really mean a lot to me that you're okay with me doing what I want to do.
Yeah. But what he's been doing, right?
Hey, don't get too carried away now.
I think maybe we enter the building through the floor and through that little tunnel. Maybe there's a slave or two in there that can help us with our cause. And then I think we kind of try to scope the building out a little bit, and maybe I can locate the conch and see the best way to get it.
Yeah.
You did say in the attic there was some alchemist fire and a bird.
Yeah, so the alchemist fire was inside these flasks. There's what I believe is 59 left, and I got this little bronze griffin statuette, but there's also other really large past chest barrels that I'm sure are filled with other loot, but I didn't want to spend too much time in there.
Yes.
Alchemist fire. Does that just explode on contact, or does that do we need to light that on fire? I don't know. I don't quite know how that works. I'm just thinking maybe that's an escape plan, if you will.
Yeah. I think I don't mind going into that tunnel. I would say maybe you again scope it out while we hang outside, see what it's all about. Hopefully there's no frost salamanders in there either that we have to deal with.
Well, I can tell you that if we're able to get our hands, you got the alchemist fire, right? Or it's sitting there.
I have one flask of it. There are 59 other flasks, and I mean, like I said, who knows? There could be more of them in another barrel. I just got to the one. Oh, and don't forget, there's also a giant white owl. But we're buddy at this point.
Well, the thing is, remember that alchemist fire is very sticky here. So, if we were to get into a conflict with said giants, it would come in quite handy here. And almost impossible to get off. So, it would take quite an ass whooping if we were able to get our hands on all 59 of them. I think it would be wise for us to do so here.
So, perhaps first order of business is going back, because all of that is stashed in the top level. So
I mean,
the thing is,
I think worst case scenario, we burn it down.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, we just leave it all up there. We know.
Yeah, you can leave it.
We can always book it. We can always book it to the top, all the alchemist fires up there, right? We have Cuomo sit up top waiting for us. So if something bad happens, we grab the comp, we bolt to the top. When the giants come up, we light the whole thing on fire and fly away.
That's a cool idea. And just note that if we see anywhere else, any alchemist fire anywhere else, pick it up and take it with us.
Absolutely. Well, okay. So I mean, I don't know if I could probably walk over there, but with the with Cuomo being able to camouflage into the night, maybe Cuomo flies Solrak, Brutus, and yourself, Fang, over to the little hole over there.
I don't know
We
if
can all-
he's strong enough to. I mean, yeah, maybe one at a time.
Unless, I mean, if he can carry all y'all, then that's fine. But
No,
I like squeeze his biceps, and I go, he's a strong bird, but I don't know if he's that strong.
No, he'd have to make multiple trips, and I would say that's the best idea as opposed to walking the perimeter.
Well, I tell you what, I see you on the flip side, and I put my ring on, and I just start shimmying through the snow. But like as I walk, like I take like a cloak or something, and I like whisk the sand behind me so I'm not making any footprints.
But over to me, it just looks like he's just walking around with like a weird limp, like his leg dragging behind him. So it's just clearing all the footprints. And I look over at Fangs, like, the hell is he doing?
That's his tripod. Solrak.
Oh.
I whisper back, it's a foot long.
All right, so Solrak. Actually, yeah, Solrak. Why don't you go ahead on Cuomo? Chakapi will be next, and then I'll follow up. So we will meet.
Oh man, we are so small on this map. Sorry.
Something tiny. I know. I forgot it takes like 17 clicks in to get.
Sorry.
Small.
I'm sorry.
So let's meet right outside this tunnel here.
I think that's a good plan. I'm just gonna walk all the way up to the plant to the hole in front of the main hallway, and as I pass the boat though, I'm gonna like take kind of like special look, like, you know, is that like a metal chain? Is that rope? Is there a quick release for any of this? Like, is there an easy way to undock this boat?
Sure, yeah. All right. Did you slip on your invisibility ring already?
Yeah. Visibility. Yep. I did that when I
Okay.
said peace, y'all.
Yeah, thought so. So when you you go on walking by this first lodge on the south side, and you see that little icy dugout area that goes into there, and then you walk by and to the southernmost one, right about to that entrance as well. And yeah, you're standing right in front of the boat. You see that it's docked there using a metal chain. There's a wooden plank that goes across from the mainland onto the boat. And now that you're a bit closer, you also see that stationed on this boat is a frost giant, just kicked back, just leaning back, just kind of watching the sky.
I would find, so as soon as I saw him, I would hide, like, so he can't see me, and I would look to the sky for Cuomo, and I would and as soon as I saw Cuomo, I would cast message at 120 feet, saying frost giant on the boat, frost giant on the boat.
All right, you're gonna say that to Cuomo?
Like whoever's riding Cuomo, I would look for Cuomo because I know they're coming,
Sure.
and I would say there's a frost giant on the boat.
All right, so who's flying over first then?
It was me.
Solrak.
All right, and where exactly were you flying to?
Here, like, can you ping him with the building here? I think.
Yeah, so we were going right there. So I imagine 120 feet. So Solrak Chaddington would probably send the message on right there.
Yeah,
I
mean,
guess like as soon as I saw him,
he'd be up more.
Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess you were just going towards the tunnel in general is what you were going, right?
yeah.
Okay, so you go flying on over with Cuomo. In the air, you take to the sky and you begin flying away, and you get close to that ship, and all of a sudden in your head you start hearing this frantic voice. There's a frost giant on the ship. There's a frost giant on the ship. Just as you get to like the head of the ship, and what do you do?
All right. Can I respond back? Do I have one thing to say back, right?
I believe it does give you one response, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can respond. I think there's a word limit, but you can respond.
Okay.
It'll come up.
I'm gonna quickly say, let the others know, and then I'm going to have Cuomo softly land and drop me like right over here, as quietly as possible. Actually, right over here, so I can go into the tunnel and hide.
Okay, sure thing. So you quickly try to maneuver Cuomo. Go ahead and make an animal handling check as you try to quickly take his flight over in one different direction from what the original plan was to stop this giant from seeing you.
Is that a 2? Is that where it landed on?
That is a 2.
God
Yes.
damn it.
So you kind of quickly yank on Cuomo to pull him in the direction to go down towards the that tunnel to your south, and Cuomo makes a bit of like a shrieking sound as you kind of pulled a little too tight on in the back of him, and as you do that, you notice that the frost giant starts looking back in your guys' direction just slightly. Make a stealth check for me.
All right.
Luke, do one for Cuomo as well.
Okay.
With advantage for Cuomo.
Advantage for Cuomo.
With plumage.
I'm gonna just roll 2.
Oh, nat 20, motherfucker.
So stealthy.
So he rolled a 15 plus whatever his
Dex. Whatever Dex is.
Dex. Oh, and then 19.
Okay.
Or is that a 3? It's they're both glowing.
Sure.
Either way, 15 plus.
So you kind of pull back on Cuomo a little too hard. He shrieks out in pain as you pull him down to the side, but he nosedives quickly enough beneath the deck of the ship so the frost giant looks up in the air, and he's looking up. He doesn't see you guys in the air at all as you go down low and you land on the icy ground beneath.
Ooh. And I pat Cuomo and I say, good boy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Yank.
Wilmore, you can see the frost giant just kind of looking up in the air, just kind of over his shoulder and everything. Shrugs his shoulders and just keeps on like just dozing off into space essentially.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm close enough to the ship because I just seen him and just kind of like hid like by the by the walkway. So I would just cast message again and say to Solrak, hold tight till we get Fang, and then I would cast message again to Cuomo. I don't know just if he understands common or not, but I would say frost giant on the ship, or no, I would say tell Fang frost giant on the ship. Land.
Note, I get a response back on my message, and so I say, you're a bitch. Over. Go on.
I would tell Cuomo, relieve yourself on Solrak, frost giant on the ship. Tell Fang to land on the tunnel before me, or like communicate to Fang. I tell that to. I don't know if he can hear me, but
We'll find out.
Yeah, so we'll find out.
All right, so
and then as he's coming back, I'd do the same thing. I would just wait till I saw Fang or whoever's on there and cast message to them and tell them land at the earlier tunnel with Solrak. Frost giant on the ship, land on the earlier tunnel.
all right, so Cuomo goes flying on back. Solrak dips into that tunnel to get a little bit of cover real quick. Cuomo flies back down to Fang and Chakapi and Brutus, and he lands in front of you and shakes his feathers off in front of you, Fang, and just kind of Just stands there.
Go work, Cuomo. All right, Shakopee, you're up, man.
Okay. You take dog.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take Brutus.
Okay. So Chocopee takes to the air and begins flying down in the same general path of which Solrak flew down. And as he's flying, he quickly notices Solrak down to the south of him. Not like in the same area that he was planning on going. He quickly has to make a maneuver to try to get Cuomo to also work with him. That is all right. He sees Solrak down there, and he kicks back on Cuomo and guides him down perfectly down to Solrak without any issue at all.
Nice.
I cast a message on Chalky and go, much better than Solrak.
Who said that?
And then I'm gonna cast message to Solrak and say, if you and Shakopee can write something down, give a note to Cuomo. I don't know if you guys have anything.
See, I don't think I have anything to write with.
I'll message back. Ask Shakopee.
Feng, would you have been watching their flight?
My location at this point is in the tunnel. The line looks like this little hump right here would have hindered me from seeing anything. So no, I would not have seen the line.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Chalky. I don't know if you possibly have. Actually, I do have a scroll. So I'm good. Yeah, we good. I can write something. I message back to Wilmore. What do you want to say here?
I'll message back. Are you fucking dumb? Tell him there's a giant on the ship.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Giant. Gotcha. And I write. Dear Fang, I hope everything finds you well. Just to let you know, there is a giant on this ship. So cover your bald head. It totally shines off the moonlight. Love, Sorlak. And put a little heart, a little smiley face, and then a picture of me with a sword, and like Fang's head cut off. It's like has a heart around it, so it like shows that I love him here.
Alright, and you tie that to Cuomo?
Right. Put to Cuomo. Send this off to your master here.
Cuomo begins flying off back to Fang. Fang, he lands gently in front of you. You see now with a scroll gently affixed to him.
What did the gents send me this time? So I go to reach for it, open it up, and read Solrak's little note. I smile as I notice the little heart at the end. And then I kind of look up this. But back to business as a giant. Okay. New line, Cuomo. Here's what I'm thinking. And I take this time to, I think I already had it flipped over my head from last game, but I flipped my hood over on my cloak. We're going to take the scenic route here, Cuomo. I kind of poke my head out and see the boat right there. And I'm thinking, all right, Cuomo, so we are going to... We're going to make a beeline towards that southwest building. We're going to stay really high, camouflage into the night sky, and as soon as we're right above it, we dive bomb straight down towards that tunnel. You got it, Cuomo?
Cuomo shakes his little feathers at you a bit, gives you a nod. Wow.
Cuomo, okay, let's do this, buddy.
All right. And you grab Brutus as well.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. All right. You guys hop on to Cuomo and begin flying down, hugging the wall. Getting down there pretty easily against the wall and hiding. In general, go ahead and make one general stealth check for me, though, as you fly down there and fly past the frost giant to the north and the south now.
27.
All right.
Not even gonna roll advantage.
Yep. You're good.
Nice.
You guys get on down there. You land swiftly in the tunnel. Cuomo gently puts you guys down onto the ground. And yes, what would you guys like to do now?
So I would cast message over so I could hear, and say, if you guys want to go in the tunnel, stealth over, and I got you.
And just so you know, Fang, if we get in trouble, you throw that alchemist fire right at that giant, the one flask that you have. Smash that on him. It'll create damage. Every single turn here.
What's
I
the
re-
turn?
I respond back to
Turn it
Chat.
back to, you know.
I
About
respond
6
back.
seconds.
I respond
Yes.
back to Chattington's message and say, I don't. Do you think you could maybe cause a distraction on the other side of the boat? That way we can, as soon as you do that, slide right on in towards the tunnel.
I respond message again. He's not paying any attention, so try to sneak on over there. But if you disturb him, I got you. And Sanity just starts flying on the other side of the ship. So I don't know if she's on here anymore, but
All right,
she's
guys.
like right here. She's like right on the other side of the ship.
All right.
All right. Well,
Down there.
Yeah, she's kind of like perched on the side of the ship, just waiting. And I roll my eyes in the back of my head, or I sit down and lay down nicely, roll my eyes in the back of the head, look through Sanity, and she's just kind of like looking at the frost giant, depicting like if he starts noticing something's going on, then she's gonna do something.
Okay. And the rest of the party?
so Solrak. If anything, so once the message that Chattington had given to me was that if anything were to happen, he'll make sure the frost giant's taken care of. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but I think we all try and beeline towards that other cave over there.
Sure, for sure. But just
And-
know that if we get into any fight with it, throw that shit at it and we run.
And like coldness doesn't affect her, right? Because she's a celestial.
I'm sorry?
Sanity, she's a celestial, right? So like coldness doesn't really like affect her, like
yeah, I'm not worried
heat,
about that.
temperature. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's make our way over here.
Okay, so you guys begin stealthing on over then towards the other cavern entrance.
It's right here.
All right, everyone, you begin sticking to the icy wall and begin sneaking on over as stealthily as you can. Why don't you make a stealth check for me, please?
Hate when they hit the fucking wall and it slowly rolls past like the nat 20 into like a 2.
19 for
Son of a
Fang. I'll roll for Cuomo. Cuomo with the nat 20 because he's a pimp.
Alright. So you guys begin sneaking on over as quietly as you can. We got Fang leading the way, with his cloak pulled over and trying to camouflage as much as he can. Everyone's keeping pretty quiet and making their way on over. That is until a moment in which Solrak, he finds a little divot in the ground in which his foot finds landing, and he's just about to fall over, and Chakapi grabs him by the back just as Solrak is about to hit the ground. Shh. He picks you back up slowly.
Thank you.
Need to be careful. And you guys keep on sneaking your way over further and further. As getting closer to that tunnel. And Wilmore, you're watching through Sanity's eyes, watching this frost giant. And I'm not sure if you would notice that little trip up right there, but even so, don't notice that the frost giant tilts his head or looks in any sort of different direction or seems to be paying any sort of mind to any movement happening on the other side of the ship. And the rest of you guys find entrance into that little icy dugout area.
Phase 1 done, guys.
Chalky, you are the man here.
I guess since we're all in here, we might as well scope out the area.
Yeah. Make sure there's no other creatures in here.
Wilmore, you'd see that they all make their way into that dugout area.
I would put my invisibility ring on and just kind of, again, with my little tail feathers running, go in there, and then Sanity would go down under the bow of the ship, and then, oh, did I lose her? Where'd she go? Yeah, she's right there, and then kind of fly in, once I get in the area, go on my shoulder, and then once I see all them, and there's nobody looking at us, I'd pop my ring off, go, well, good job, gentlemen. I didn't notice anything. Y'all did a great job.
Why, thank you. But first, make sure we're good here, and then I'm going to sniff around and listen to see if there's any creatures in the cave.
Yeah, make a perception check with advantage. And you notice it's not really a cave, it's just a little icy area, like the frost that's kind of frosted over on this lodge, the ice that's frosted over on it, it's kind of so bulbous and bulky that it extends out over the edge of the building, and it's just kind of like where you guys are situated in right now, and it leads into a dugout area of the building. But yeah, you don't seem to smell or hear anything in here. Johnny, hello. What's up?
Oh shit!
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Now we're gonna have ratings here.
There we go. Shit,
All
I think we
right.
just hit double-digit viewers.
2 beers in, and it's good.
I love it. All right, so yes, you guys are just in this little dugout area, but you don't notice or smell any creatures, Solrak. And you do see a little door on the other side of this dugout area that will go into the lodge.
Gentlemen, just give me a minute here, and I'm going to cast a 10-minute ritual. Okay, give me 10 minutes, actually. And I'm going to cast 10 minutes silence, on the door.
Right. This ritual is sponsored by Modelo.
Yes.
Now keep an eye out on the entrance and stuff to make sure nothing's coming while this is happening.
All right. So Wilmore sits down for a minute, gets his little powwow going, starts conducting a ritual. Solrak peeps out the door, makes sure no one's watching. You're mostly keeping an eye on the ship, making sure that frost giant doesn't notice anything, and he seems preoccupied by absolutely nothing. It's late at night, and he's got some downtime, so he is enjoying that downtime as much as he can. Wilmore, you
what time is it?
it's about midnight-ish time.
Okay, so we got plenty of time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I get my broken lute strings out, and I start to tie them into numerous knots, and I'm chanting, and there's eventually it's all full of knots, and then I tie it between 2 fingers and I flick it, and nothing happens, and it's a silence ritual.
Love it. And you guys, just complete silence surrounding you all. Don't hear the water rushing around you. Don't hear any wind howling. Just complete silence.
So no matter what happens, nothing can be heard?
In
Yeah.
this radius that you
It's
guys
a
have currently.
20-foot silence in this
So-
20-foot. Yeah.
So I'm going, I'm testing it out. So I'm yelling, I'm Ah! But really, it's just like
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
I tap him on the shoulder and just go like, "What are you doing?"
uh,
And then invisibility ring on, and I creak the door open, just peek it to look to see if there's anything on the other side.
All right. You peep that door open to see if there's anything on that other side.
And then the screen changes, so there's totally nothing on the other side.
Nope, not at all. Let me go ahead and get your
20
token.
times.
Get you guys tokens over here. I pinged, so it should
You have to zoom in 1,000,000 feet again.
put you guys where
Okay.
you're at. There we go.
It's Oddball Lodges.
Yes.
very much.
So yeah, you pop open that door and see inside of here. See giant oars hanging from the walls of this room, with a blue light illuminating. Snowy giant tracks seem to be tracked into the floor in here from where you guys are coming from as well. A door on the north side, which is where you guys are coming from, opens up to that tunnel through the ice, and yeah, overlooks that ledge with the great ship behind it, and a wooden staircase, as you guys are looking in here now, leads up to the western wall, and Stairs Creak if anyone climbs on them.
And so there's giant footprints in here. Giants
It seems
have been
like
in here.
snow has been tracked into here. Yeah, just maybe from
Like
giants
by
or
giants
from.
or by people? Like is it a big sleam or or a bunch of little ones?
Make an investigation roll.
Yeah, like specifically like, can the giants get in here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Solid
yeah,
4.
Yeah, you definitely imagine the giants could get in here.
So I guess
And,
I kind of motion everybody in since there's nothing in here, just to get in there.
How far does the thing of silence go? Just the door?
I think it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, it's 20 feet from the door. But as soon as everybody gets in, I would look at them and give them the like shh, and then I would release the smell.
Now,
the
here's my
spell.
quick question: how do we know that the stairs creak?
Just because I read something I wasn't supposed to.
Okay, so we're cool. I was like, wait a minute, how does
Diminution
that?
spell.
Cool.
But you got the silence spell in there, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I am actually, you guys. I'm fully aware that these giants are very tricky. They have sometimes creaky stairs for no reason, really. That's like a weird trap you have, but just so you know, let's avoid these stairs. There, see now, as a professional, I ended it into the story, so it works out.
Jacoby, do you have any knowledge of woodwork among giants, particularly in the stair division?
Not much. I would tell you if I did.
I see what you did there, Chakapi.
Funny, right?
Oh, wood. That is funny. That's funnier than me. Oh, okay.
Wow,
So we've got the chairs here, and then what is this over here on the right? Is this a door?
Yeah, that's a door there. Yep, and yeah, those are oars on the south side, which is really the west side. It's confusing with the way that it's situated. But
yeah, it's like sat like that.
Wait,
yeah.
so quick question.
Follow Chakapi and Chakapi does the world.
Within the silence radius, like we just had like a little conversation. Can we actually hear each other talking, but nothing?
I let it go.
Okay, you let it go.
As soon as everybody walked in, I went shh, and I snapped my fingers and let it go. And then that happened.
Then I had a joke off at Chucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys see, there's pretty much an ore storage room. There's stairs that go up, and then there's a door to the opposite side.
Can Cuomo fit in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So I go, Fang. It may be good to have Cuomo on the backside, ready for a quick escape if we need it.
Maybe he can fly us up the stairs here and then go out the back.
Yeah, definitely. Now, how do we
I
get
don't
him
know,
there?
Kenny. Is that a difficult thing to do with a wingspan of how many feet?
Yeah, but
20.
this is a
20.
giant layer, so
20 feet.
it's quite
Yeah,
large.
everything in here is sized for giants. You notice that the door that's on the opposite side of you guys is like 20 feet tall, and the handle on it's like 11 feet tall.
It looks like the stairs are about 15 feet, so
Yeah,
I think
and
that's a
they're like
great
3
idea if
feet
we could
tall,
work.
each one of these stairs as well.
There you go.
Maybe that's a good idea then. Do you think we should try that door first?
Sure.
I think
Let's go see
you
what's
should
in
with
there.
your invisibility ring.
I think maybe invisibility and silence again, real quick. So I'll go over and no, I'll cast the silence back far enough though that it just affects the door and like a 3-foot radius on the other side.
Okay, sure.
Um,
Like I said, the door though it's 20 feet tall with these doorknobs handles being like 11 feet off the ground. So you're
Okay,
gonna-
so then I'd say it's 11 feet off the ground. I have 20 feet. Okay, that's fine. And maybe it is a good idea to have good old Cuomo here. Do you think you guys could fly up and open this door once it gets a little quiet?
What do you think,
Yeah,
Fang?
do you want to fly up there, or do you want me to fly up there with him?
I think you all would need to fly up there. I'd stay down here. Just don't go too high.
Yeah, so Solrak, Chalky, Brutus, why don't you guys, I guess, like, hide so you're not in the field of view of the door opening, and me and Cuomo will take care of the door.
Just crack it just enough so I can put my head around.
Gotcha. Is it I'm looking at the door, is it a push door, is it a pull door?
it is a push door from where you guys are at right now.
Beautiful. And we're talking like a press down and open, and we're talking a knob here.
Oh, it's a good old knobby knob.
How big we talking?
Oh,
It's like
weird thing to ask your brother, him.
It's a large knob that actually isn't up to fire code since it's a push instead of.
oh, we lost him.
Oh, we lost him. His
So
job came in.
short-lived.
Like it's like 2 feet.
The knob
That's what
is
happens
2
when you
feet.
show your
Yeah,
face, huh?
giant size. So it's like for a giant's palm.
Okay. All right, Cuomo, take me to that doorknob. Hip hip.
Cuomo
So he
flies up.
flies me up.
Yeah, I cast the, I ritual the spell. It gets quiet.
All right.
And so he's kind of flying parallel to the door, and I stand like over top of the doorknob and just my whole body grab it and just twist and then simultaneously push.
Okay. Yeah.
But just a little bit.
Yeah, you go and grab the knob. And you try to twist it open and push it on open. Go ahead and make an athletics check for that.
Strong boy. 13?
13. It's kind of like frosted just a little bit, but you're able to squeeze through and get it to just twist and push your shoulder into the door, and it just pops open enough where you can push it on through all the way if you'd like.
Then
No, I'm gonna leave it cracked just enough for Chadden to squeak on in, and then we're gonna fly back down.
in invisibility ring and just poke my head in and see what's going on over there. Real stealthy like.
Okay. You pop your head on in, real stealthy like, into this room. It's a larger main room of this lodge. As you see it down like in the front entrance, which you would imagine is the south side. Seems like more snow has been tracked in by frost giants into this great hall. More blue lights illuminating it on torches on the walls and these wooden pillars. And you see just like 6 massive wooden tables, each one about 5 feet tall, all just arranged about in the room. Frost giants, you'd imagine, sit around them to eat. You can see wooden goblets and scraps of frozen meat kind of strewn across them. And in the center, you see a thawing carcass of a mammoth suspended on a wooden spit. 3 large empty ale barrels also stand in the room. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I can see over the tables. There's no frost giants in here.
Yeah, there are no frost giants in here, but you can make a perception check if you'd like to check out anything else.
Yeah.
$15. Yeah. You're checking out. You see all the food scraps and plates and whatnot on these tables and wooden barrels, and just looking all around. You look up to see some rafters up above, and up above on these rafters, you just see sitting there these small kind of goblin-like winged creatures with ice kind of dripping down them, just kind of hunched over and just sitting on the rafters and chilling there.
I back out and I use all my energy to or no, it was a pool. Yeah, I guess I kind of back out and move over and go to everybody. I drop the silence and I pull off my ring and I whisper, "We don't want to go in there. Don't know what it is, but there's something flying above. So maybe we try. I don't know if Cuomo can get me to the top of the stairs. I can send down a message. Is this like an L stair?
Yeah, correct. Mm-hmm.
I think if Cuomo wants to put us all on that middle stair, and then you could take me up to the top, and I can let y'all know what I see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Well, give it just a quick second, and I'm gonna cast silence just over this whole area, since he's gonna be flying back and forth, and say, everybody, just line up at the bottom.
You guys could all climb up the stairs without Cuomo's assistance. It would just take you guys kind of climbing on over. At least Wilmore climbing on over. Yeah, they're 3 feet, so it just takes Wilmore. It's pretty. Okay. Wilmore wants to fly because they look like massive walls to him, whereas everyone else could probably step on up, push themselves on over.
3 foot is like my head.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, I would ritual silence the stairs.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so we have 40 minutes of just ritual since we've been in here, and then we just kind of go up. Everybody goes up the first set of stairs to the base, and then I'd ritual the next set, and I'd go up by myself, invisible.
Okay, so you go on up invisible to the top of the stairs, and then what's everyone else doing? All right.
So I would silence while everybody gets to the middle, and then y'all just stay here for 1 second, and then I'd silence and go up the next bit.
Okay. So you keep on pushing through to up the stairs, kind of climbing on up as quickly as you can, pushing yourself up and getting your little nubby legs up over the stairs, and you make your way up to the top of the stairs to another room, which you can see above. See that ping?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, up here. Yeah, just a regular room. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty much in here. You just see a wooden table, 2 large empty barrels, a crate of sorts, and yeah, there's a cabinet on the north wall to your guys' left. There's no doors on this cabinet, and there's a couple cloaks in there. Seem made of some sort of hide, maybe walrus. Do notice that there is a door on that west side. No, look up at the ceiling, nothing up there, no rafters or anything. Look down to the west, and there is a door there that is ajar.
I'd peek my head in the door since it's ajar already.
Wait, how can a door be ajar? Come on.
You peek your head on in, and you see another room that seems to have just a bunch of bone scraps and just gnawed mammoth bones on the ground. Another frost-covered barrel in the southwest corner. Kind of stinks, rotten in here. You can hear, because your passive perception is 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can hear. You stick your head in here. Some frost giants arguing. Speaking loudly to each other.
So we're on the second level, and if I recall, Fang would have told us that the second and third level were open from the back.
Yeah, so like on the opposite side. Yep.
Yeah. So like on the other side of this door, it's a clear shot into like blue skies.
There would be a room that would have,
But yeah, well,
and then the
eventually
balcony.
there's.
Yes.
We can walk straight through to a balcony.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'd go back and I'd drop the silence and I would message. Well, gentlemen, we've arrived to the second floor. I don't know if we want to bring Cuomo with us or if he wants to go do standby on the other side that's open, but that's y'all's decision.
Fang, I'll leave that up to you. I think the thing is, these buildings are so big that leaving him in one end, who knows where we'll end up? You know, it might separate him from us for good. So I don't know. Up to you, Fang.
So considering he's my companion, but I would think I'd want Cuomo probably not with us for the sake of this. No offense to you, Cuomo, but I think he would make a good lookout as well as an escape option. Now my only thing is, how do we get him to the backside?
I would just I guess I'd be messaging back, or I guess I'd be messaging back for us or whispering down the hallway.
Gotta buy him a drink first.
Yeah. Just have him fly out the side, very stealthily, and go over the building and hang out with the owl for a little bit until we yell.
All right.
And then if we're screaming, he'll know to come down, I think.
Yeah, he'll hear me. As long as you just yell hip hip.
Or if you really need him to take him to the backside, he just needs to be $200 short on rent here. And, $200 is $200. Wait, that's not what you're talking about? Ignore me here.
I think I saw a movie like that once, but there was a lot of people wearing trench coats. It was weird. I mean, I didn't get the main plots of the show, but I understand.
There are a lot of plot holes. Lots of plot holes.
There's a lot of holes in that show.
Are you talking about the movie with Shia LaBeouf?
All right, so you're gonna send Cuomo on out front.
Like out through the back, and then like alongside and up.
So, Cuomo, here's where I want you, buddy. I want you on the second level, but not where you can be seen from that balcony that we had seen together, just the two of us. Right around the corner, I think would be the best option. You keep lookout, and we'll be on that level, dealing with the giants. Hopefully, not physically. But if anything happens, you'll be able to hear us and at least rescue me.
Well, maybe we'll just deal with them emotionally, take them through therapy, all the things that they never had grown up.
Alright, you say this to Cuomo. Go ahead and make an animal handling with advantage. See if he takes her.
18, 25.
Alright. Cuomo gives you a nod. Takes off, begins shuffling out the back little tunnel.
Yes, master!
And takes up to the night sky. And it's Cuomo is gone. For better, for worse, hopefully Liz listened to your word.
And then I guess I would message down. Come on up, gentlemen. There seems to be a feeding room next, but come on. I motion to them, and then I again invisibility ring go into the other room and like, is there any like? So you said it's kind of stinky. There's raw bones everywhere. Like, are the bones gnawed on? And is there like animal poop in here?
Yes, the bones do seem to be gnawed on, and there is a little bit of animal poop in here.
Can I like? Is it like? Is it like a dog poop? Is it like giant? Can I
Make a nature check.
tell anything?
Or
Yeah.
survival, because it's like tracks essentially.
I mean, you can add 2 to that. I mean, it's 15 or plus. Yeah.
Yeah. You would see that the bite marks on these bones definitely seem to be like a canine's teeth marks, and poop isn't like anything like massive in size or anything there, but it is like a big dog shit.
Okay, so it's like a giant dog, probably. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just wait for everybody else to get up here.
All right,
And be
everyone
like,
gets to
look
the
at this
top.
shit.
So you guys are all like in
go
that
inspect the shit.
second level then now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like looking through that door. Yeah, and you see this room. Yeah, it seems like it's like some sort of a den of sorts.
Compared to me, how big is the shit like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park when he sees the T-Rex shit, you know? How big is this?
It's not quite that big, no. But no, it's like you've seen Brutus's shits, and they're like at least twice the size of his.
Whoa. All right, you guys. Avoid fighting any of these fuckers.
Well, let's see if we can avoid.
Alright. So I sniff around actually to see if I smell anything near or hear anything.
Yeah, you make a perception with advantage.
Alright. Perception. That's the first.
Sorry.
Very slowly, so you might see it before I do. 14.
14. Yeah, you're sniffing around, and you can definitely smell now that it definitely reminds you of some sort of wolf smell in the area that you're getting a whiff of. Dirty dogs of sorts, some sort of wild canine, and yeah, you're matching it up with poop and the teeth marks, and it kind of makes sense that that's what we would be sensing around here. And but you're listening around also, and you hear some giants talking to each other as well. It's your guys right on the screen, what's really the south.
Alright, so I communicate that to the team. Giants towards the south here. Probably drunk. They're being quite loud. I'd sneak around it. But just be careful.
Well, we can try the team quiet door open one more time. Although y'all would have to go on each other's shoulders to reach the handle.
That door is slightly pushed open. Oh, sorry. Can you guys even see that where that door is on there?
I'm talking about this door. Yeah, because
it's slightly pushed open.
Okay, well, just give it a second, gentlemen. Invisibility, and I'm gonna go peek in this door.
Okay. Make a stealth check as you do that with advantage.
$18, $23.
Okay. You peek your head into this door that is pushed open and jarring. You got a small enough head to look in there fully. And in here, you can see... Sorry, everything's hidden. You can see there's 3 frost giants standing in here, situated. 2 of them closer to a balcony on the south side, with the open sky exposed behind it. Another one standing in front of them, kind of like leaned over on this wooden table a bit. You see 2 winter wolves kind of snarling to your east side, up the top of the screen. Standing nearby, a few large eggs. And you see, as you look up, icicles hang from the rafters of this ice glazed hall. More of these bluish lights continue to illuminate these rooms. You see a ivory drinking horn resting on that wooden table that frost giant is kind of leaning up against, and a rug made from a white saber-toothed tiger and a throne carved from ice. And against some of the walls, you can also see some shelves, heaps of fur packed with bottles of wine and stopper jugs and cask of meat, and there's some other crates as well. And yeah, you can see some of that snowy wind kind of just blowing through that pillared opening on that south side. Leads out to the balcony without a rail.
Is that what's that chair look like in front of the rug? Is that a throne?
Yeah, it's an icy throne. Yeah.
And there was a thing on the table, like a conch shell on the table.
There was a horn on the table, a drinking horn, it looks like. But yeah, you check out that throne, obviously catches your eye, and lying on the seat of the throne, yes, you see a large conch sitting there. You see now that you're in here as well, that there's frost giants still kind of like speaking to this one belligerent one, just kind of telling her that she needs to go back to her quarters and get some rest.
The belligerent one is the one by the table.
You would assume so, with the way she's leaning up against it, staggering.
So I'd go back and be like, gentlemen, we gotta be very, very quiet. The conch is in the other room. It's actually right behind the opening. 3 frost giants, 2 giant wolves. Any ideas?
It's no small challenge. And I smile off to the fourth wall and I wink. Wink.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention one other thing that you would have saw as well. Is that you would see a human wearing like silken robes with a hood pulled over as well, just kind of like sulking against the wall, looking out the balcony.
What the hell?
And they're not causing no one cares about him. He's just there.
He's just there.
He's not.
gentlemen, I got an idea. I go back outside with Cuomo. Chaddington, you cause a distraction, forcing them to look away and possibly even approach the west wall. Cuomo scoops in to grab the conch real quick, flies out immediately. You guys beeline it out. But you give us the go-ahead by managing to cast a message to us.
Well, no. Not gonna do that.
Yeah, why not just get it?
I think the best case forward is we burn the attic.
You're in the attic.
It's filled with fire things. Maybe if a small fire goes up there, well, the giants will go up to try to put it out.
And remember what happened last time the fire was set.
Paddington, and where would do we know where the stairs to the attic are?
Yeah, they're right to the left. I'm assuming I would have seen them. And
Yeah, you saw there's a large ladder right by the eggs. Sorry, I didn't say that.
They're right next to these eggs, but one of the issues is there's some wolves there, and I think they might be able to smell me because I don't think I've showered in about a year.
And you were shit on profusely.
I was. I am a little dirty, so that's my worry. And it
I
also
smell
is
you.
mildly
clearly.
concerning that there also is a human figure in there as well that I'm curious, but I don't really want to bother.
What's the deal with the eggs?
Do I look like a chef?
Well,
I mean,
you
do you
were the
have
one-
any ham on you? I love a ham chicken omelet.
I am pretty hungry, guys.
You were the one that was in the room. I didn't know if there's any significance.
So I think there's two options here. If we can lure the wolves over and kill them quietly, maybe we can investigate further. But I'm not going in there with the wolves.
How long does your silence spell last?
It lasts a good time, but the issue,
Long enough to fight the wolves.
it's too small. You'd have to fight them in a very small area. I think maybe is the door we're sitting at right now push or pull?
It pushes open into the
Pushes open.
feed room.
Okay, so it pushes open here, and the other one is a push open as well, right?
Yeah, it pushes open into the throne room.
I think the only option would be if we can somehow lure them in here, lock them in here, and kill them in here.
Well, why don't you perhaps...
You can leave the luring to me. It's just
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, you could do one of your illusions and make yourself look like a delicious, tasty treat, and I'll be waiting for them here.
Well, here's the question: Do you think you four could take care of the two wolves? Because I mean, I could shut the door.
I myself can take
lock
care
you
of
all
the
in here
wolves.
together.
I was kind of like the fire idea better.
Well, if we get the wolves out,
Then we can
then
do the fire.
I can climb up there and do the fire, or we can just go out and walk around.
we got to take out the wolves
that.
with the fire.
Okay.
Because they'll
Well, I mean,
smell- they'll smell chat.
we can walk back downstairs, back out around the back, have Cuomo come down, pick us up, and fly us up there and burn the whole thing on fire.
But I feel like that opens us up to being seen more.
Let's just do it. Let's just do
Let's
it.
just do it. All right. Well, let's
Hear me out. One more thing. What if we manage to lock the wolves in the room that we are in right now?
Well, I feel like the thing is they would start howling and whatnot. That's the problem. And the giants are going to be alerted. So our best move is to get them out of the picture in a way that they're going to be quiet, or take them out. And I don't see a way to keep them somewhere quietly. Unless we had something ginormous that they could eat.
Yeah. Chakapi would chime in and say, "Don't think we can kill wolves too quietly without people knowing in room next door."
That's fair.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Well, then let's maybe we dip out, sneak around the front, have Cuomo fly us to where we need to go,
You
and
know what, gents? Not to
light the
interrupt,
fuse.
but I am quite good with animals. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar here. And then you stab the flies here. So, why don't I try to possibly befriend these wolves? And if this works out, you can then go around me.
well,
Do your
As
thing.
someone who's had a pet for quite some time, I would say my animal handling skills are probably a little superior to yours. And
I genuinely think that is a bad
I have-
idea.
I have bee sense, so it's part of my thing that I'm good with. I'm good with these things.
with other wolves.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
just beasts in general.
What were you
Fang,
saying, Paddington?
Because if we light the place on fire, there's a high probability that they would take the conch with them. So, maybe we try to fly into the back, get the conch, and run. Or I don't know.
So my original idea. I think that's the best idea right now.
Well, if I may, if Cuomo wait out there for you, what if we go out, get boat ready? Wilmore, you sneak in, grab Conch, fly out with Cuomo, meet us at boat.
Well, I tell you what. Whew. I got an idea.
Go on.
I'm gonna sit here for about 30 minutes, and I would love y'all to sort out a boat. Maybe try to kill that one giant on the boat out front, so we can have a nice big boat. And Fang, have Cuomo ready. Does that sound good to you?
You got it.
All right.
I'm just saying, I would really love if we had that big boat.
Big boat cause more scene.
Well,
that is a good
maybe
point.
we want a scene. I think we get the big boat leave with us. They chase the big boat. We transfer to the small boat, and then we got a tail. Or I guess we can just do the small boat, and hopefully they don't follow the bird with the giant dwarf on it.
Problem is, those boats made for giants. Too big for us. Need more men too.
So, don't try to bring up more men around these guys. Start acting real weird, Chucky. Real weird.
Real weird.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, then I tell you what. Why don't y'all take you got 1 hour, and I'm gonna need y'all to prepare yourselves outside with a boat. Everybody on it, and Cuomo ready to take me. Maybe we even burn this motherfucker down. Do y'all think that's a good idea?
I do.
Well, I
wonder,
think
if you're putting that out, we can slip on out of here.
I think so. So here's the plan then. Fang, you go get Cuomo. You hang up upstairs. Maybe I know there's an owl up there that seems friendly. Maybe we let him go, and prepare to burn down all that alchemist fire when you get me. So Solrak, Chalky, Brutus, get the boat ready. Fang, get Cuomo ready. When you see me jump out that balcony, please catch me, and then throw some alchemist fire in the attic
No,
and burn this motherfucker down.
you're going. What I'm gonna have you do is fly out with Cuomo. I'll be good.
And Fang, let me get
Well,
the
then
boat.
give me the alchemist
Give it back
fire.
to you.
Yes, but I mean, I'm gonna go into the attic like you had said. I'll give you this one alchemist fire, and then I'll go upstairs. And real quick, I'm also gonna check out the other cask and barrels to see what else is in there.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna take an hour. I'm gonna give y'all an hour to do this. It's nice and late. So you go check all that out, and then you can give me one of the alchemist fire now just in case. And you go and be ready with Cuomo, because whatever you do up there, you're gonna need Cuomo to get up there, and then just catch me with Cuomo and burn it down. That's what you're gonna do.
You got it. I'm just gonna have Cuomo be ready for you, and I'll be okay. I promise you.
Okay, as
I
long as
don't-
the
I
attic
don't-
is burning when I jump, because like I want to jump, light it on fire, and then leave.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
Okay. All right.
Solrek, here is the boat. Remember the word to activate it. You
Well,
do remember
gentlemen,
the word, do you?
I don't remember it at all. What is it?
It's Rampoo.
Rampoo. I should have known you'd name it something.
Are
gross.
these barrels empty up here, Nate?
Yes, those ones are empty as you check them out. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go, gentlemen, sort yourselves out. I'm gonna go take a rest, and I'm gonna try to take a short rest for an hour while they all sort their lives out
All right.
in the
Sorry,
barrel
do you
with
want a
the
potion?
with the hood on.
As you guys begin to head out, you hear one of the frost giants saying, Fine, I'll go back, I'll get some rest, just leave me alone, alright? And then you start hearing, boom.
Guys, we gotta go now. Let's go. Brutus, go. Everyone, go.
stomping.
As we start,
I'm here, and I've got the ring on too while I'm resting.
we are going.
And you're
we are
inside one of the
going.
barrels?
Yep, I'm
Beelining.
inside a barrel, invisibility ring, short rest.
Alright. Everyone begins running down the stairs as quickly as they can as you hear these footsteps and this drunken frost giant making their way out the door. They make their way through the feed room and into that one storage room where Wilmore is. Stands in there for a moment,
Sanity's following them as well.
smells around. I've been holding that for so long.
Oh, and I'm just like, oh, God.
And keeps on walking down the stairs, stomping down, just bumping in shoulders into these walls every step she takes down the stairs. And you, the rest of the party now, you guys have made it to outside, correct?
Yep.
You guys are going out the tunnel and back out the back?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys hear the door as you guys go out. Just make your way outside of that tunnel. The door in which that room you guys just left slams shut, going out the front of the entrance of that main building, and seems to be leaving. And yes, what would you guys like to do now? I'll put you guys back on the big map.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go towards the water and get the boat ready.
Okay. So yeah, you get on out here now, and you can see. Obviously, you guys are at the inlet, the icy heart of Svardborg, and obviously there's the lodges to the left. But there's another tunnel. There's the one that you guys came from with the cavern, and then there's like the entrance to the inlet down to your guys south to the right, which has the chains that block the entrance. But your guys' ship is small enough to be able to make it through those chains if you would like to. But that's just one exit out of there, at least.
Yeah, that's the way I'm thinking.
So why don't you go ahead and set up the boat over there, and I will go ahead and find Cuomo. Can I make it all the way around to the front of the building from where I'm at currently, or would I need to go back up, Nate?
You would have to. It's like frosted over right there. So you'd either have to go in the water, or you'd have to go in the building next door and through, or through the cavern and through.
Like the cavern, like
With the
back
frost
up.
salamander.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go back to where we just came from. And you said we had heard the frost giant exit, correct?
Correct. Yes, you would assume that.
Okay. So I would, I reopen that door, shut it quietly, and then sneak out. What I imagine is what the side or the front.
Oh, so you went back through the building?
Yeah, so I went back essentially where we just came from.
Okay, yeah, you guys could. Yeah, there was no frost. I mean, so you want to go back inside the building?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can go back inside there if you want then, and then go through that main room.
Well, that's what I'm doing. So, Reg, are you setting up the
Yeah,
boat?
I'm gonna set up the boat. Yeah.
You could. Okay. You could follow him and do it out front though if you want as well. But yeah, you could definitely do it out back too. It's your choice.
Well, I guess either way, if we set it up at back, we gotta navigate towards the front anyway. So yeah, I'll follow you towards the
got it.
front. Set up there.
Alright, so we're switching back on over then. You guys go through this main lodge, past that like mammoth that's being hung up and being dried out, and you guys see there's Those creepy, like, ice goblin-like creatures, winged creatures hanging on the rafters up there. They're all kind of, like, picking ice off and throwing them at each other. Yeah, see? You mess with me, you mess with the best, see? And he's just, like, throwing ice at each other. And one pops up off and flying there and dies back down. And they're just kind of, like, fucking around with each other. Don't seem to, like, notice you guys much or pay you guys any mind.
And I whisper over to Fang, "Hey, check it out. Those things are Italian."
That is canon. Ice methods are now Italian.
Is that the one that
You slowly notice there's pizza and pasta on all the tables for some weird reason. It's really good though.
Loads of gabagool.
Nice.
They all resemble Joe Pesci a little bit.
All right. So yeah, you guys make your way out the front though, easily enough, and you guys are now exposed down to the south part of Svartborg, looking out into the open sea of moving ice.
Alright.
I'll pop you back over then if you want.
Just so I can see where I'm using the bet. Good.
You guys will be down here.
Just a butt.
All right, so I will make my way over to this side,
Okay.
and then just kind of whisper, but loud enough for Cuomo to hear, just like, "Cuomo," and have him kind of like, hopefully he hears me and pokes over the edge to see me.
I rolled for you for Cuomo, and yeah. So Cuomo kind of scurries down off the side of the roof a little bit, tilts his head down, looks down at you off the roof.
Come get me real quick.
Flies on down, scoops you up in one swift movement, and flies back up to the air.
Take me to the 3rd level, buddy.
All right, takes you up to the 3rd level, and you fly on up there. Let me get you back on over to here so you can actually see what the inside of it looks like this time.
Real quick, while that's happening,
Mhm.
I take Chocopee with me for the boat, and I literally say, "Hey, Chalky, let's go, buddy!" And we jump off the ledge of the ice there, the wall, and on the way down, I whisper, "Rampu," and the boat literally expands, and then we literally like land in the water, but on the boat.
It's very sweet. Just, guys all just take a quick landing down there. You do take a little bit of fall damage, as you know it's a pretty high distance and you're jumping on down 50 feet. You guys each take 10 points of fall damage as you land in there.
Worth it for being badass.
It's not as bad as it could have been, but you know, you threw it on down there because I reduced it in half essentially. Yeah, but you fall down on the deck, kind of slam down a little bit. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a lot cooler, but yeah, just hurt a little bit. But you have that boat fully popped up now, and you guys are sitting there, kind of just waiting at the edge of Svartborg. Fang, you fly on up here, where I just pinged. Not sure exactly where your token is. There it is. And as you fly on up there with Cuomo, you notice first things first is that owl is no longer in that cage. The cage is open, the door's swinging, and the owl is not there anymore.
Does it seem like it was recent?
Make an investigation roll.
Nine.
It's hard to tell.
Gotcha. Was there anything in his cage?
You look around, and just a little bit of scat stuck to the wooden crate. That's about it.
Alright, quietly, well, first things first, I go to the cask where the where the alchemist fire was, and I take a few and just kind of sprinkle it around the room, like the perimeter of the room.
Start laying one by one a flask around the perimeter of the wall of the room. Sure.
Yep, and then I just like one by one I go in and look at all the barrels and chests and everything.
Sure. So you look them over, and with this exposed window to this room, it's kind of frosted over all these lids to,
That's
these
right.
crates. You can do what you did last time, though. Take a torch and try to thaw it off a little bit.
Looking at these alchemy flasks, do they seem highly flammable?
I mean, they do, but they seem contained.
Okay. All right. I'll take that risk. And I whip out my torch and
Go ahead and roll a new character. I'm kidding.
Everybody dies.
my heart
Yeah.
sank for a
Luke
second.
Yeah,
Luke
Out of
gone
nowhere.
just soaring off into the sunset.
There's an
much better,
admiral
you guys.
underneath of Svartborg, and Luke guys emit from the underground.
All right, so then you begin thawing off one of these lids. It takes you about a minute to get the ice to run off of it. But yeah, you see that it's now able for you to pry it open some way or another if you like.
Yeah. Can I kind of take my quarterstaff and just?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you advantage for that. So go ahead and do athletics,
Yeah.
wedging it with the quarterstaff.
17. Oh, nat 22.
You pop it right on open. I'll say that you go ahead and you start doing this to all of the crates, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go around and start doing it to all of them. All together, you find a barrel of pitch, some sort of like oil that you can light up, and 2 barrels of like raw lighter fluid oil. That crate that you found of all the alchemist fire, which also had that bronze griffin statuette with the outspread wings. You see another crate packed with a gold inlaid wooden harp. It's pretty big. It's like weighs about 100 pounds. It's probably like a little bit taller than Wilmore. You see 2 drums, 6 flutes, a couple other like small instruments like that. Another chest containing about 4 of these 50-foot lengths of chain. There's 4 chests in there that all have about altogether we'll say 400 coppers, 500 silvers, and 600 gold pieces. And in the last crate that you pop open the lid on, kind of grabs you by surprise a little bit as you see a dead, frozen shield dwarf, kind of clad in this nice plate armor, clutching a warhammer, just frozen, just dead, stiff.
Okay. All right. I will take. Let me see. What is my weight encumbrance at the moment? Inventory. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna take the 600 gold.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I will take the 500 silver as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And
And then, did I kind of took a minute to look at that frozen dwarf? Did he have anything else on him other than the armor and the warhammer?
you can definitely tell, it's got this very nice type of metal looking armor. Go ahead and make a investigation roll for me. Check it out.
Eight.
8. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's with the body being frozen over, you can't really get into any of its gear or anything to make out any of like anything that it might have on it. But you definitely see like a little satchel tucked away on her side.
I'll snag the satchel.
Okay, yeah, you grab it. It kind of cracks with the ice, and yeah, you got that in your hands now.
I open it up by any chance, or is it frozen shut?
You can pop it on open, and inside of it, you see a vial with a green liquid inside of it. And you kind of tilt it, and it kind of changes hue a little bit. It's got a little tag attached to the side of it that says potion of Diminution, and that's you know this to be able to gain the reduce effect of an enlarge or reduce spell if you were to drink the contents of this flask.
Can you spell that third word for me?
Right there, I just posted in the game log.
Diminution.
Yeah. So here.
Say it 3
Add
times
item.
faster.
Diminution. Effectively enlarge, reduce spell. Okay, I add that.
All right. Yeah, and then like I said, you also see like a couple of like barrels of oil and like petroleum as well.
Yeah. So with that, I mean, how heavy does it feel? Am I able to like pick up like the whichever the lighter fluid was?
They're pretty heavy. You're looking at about like 250 pounds each one of these.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I will. Take out my war horn, and can I like does it open like the top of the barrel or anything like that?
Yeah, they all have lids on them, the barrels.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take my war horn and like scoop up like this flammable oil and just like start pouring it on the ground
Okay.
from like corner of the room to the exit of the attic. So I'm gonna do like all 4 corners,
Sure.
kind of like cascading into one
Sure.
stream, I guess, of it to the attic.
So as you're walking around the attic in here and popping open all these crates and everything, make a stealth check, and this is just a regular roll since it's not like hiding your vision or like how you're seen.
So I don't get advantage,
No,
even though I have an A next to stealth.
Yes, that's correct.
Damn it. 18.
Okay, you begin lighting all this fluid of oils and petroleums across the ground here. They're popping open all these crates, checking out everything that's in here. And you got the ground pretty covered in flammable liquids.
Okay. I never told Cuomo his task in the mission yet. So I go back outside to the attic, or right outside the attic where Cuomo is, and say to him, so Cuomo, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go back exactly where you just were before you picked me up. You are going to wait for Chaddington, and Chaddington's going to run out, hop up on you, and you guys are going to fly towards the boat, and I will meet you guys there.
Cuomo does his little shake thing and pops up down to the 2nd level, scoops right to the west side of the balcony and hides there.
And then I just wait for the cue.
All right, Chaddington, you've been kicking back in this barrel for quite some time now. Your little nubby legs are getting tired. You pop up. It's been about an hour. No one's been in here and has noticed you yet.
Can I get a short rest then?
Absolutely.
Or we're gonna do a lot of these fucking things.
Nate, I don't know if you want me to ask you this or tell you this now. There's a couple things that, well, first off, how long will my torch stay lit? Because I still have my I imagine I still had my torch, or maybe it went out.
It's probably fine.
4,
Okay.
5, 6.
And then
They
68
burn for an
plus-
hour.
Sorry.
So, as long as it's, yeah. I mean, you're also lighting, you still have it lit while you're pouring all this flammable liquids, though? I imagine you put it out at that point, right?
yeah, probably.
Unless you want to roll the new
28.
character.
And what's that? Blue guy just flying back in the screen again?
As long as it's not buffer.
Conrad domesticates a hippogriff?
36, and then I'm gonna. Do I have any heal spells? Okay, so then I'm going to drink a potion of animal friendship,
Ooh.
just in case. Just in case. I'm gonna hop on out. I'm gonna very stealthily crawl into here. So I'm assuming this guy's gone, right?
That one is gone, yes. Yep.
Okay. So I am going to ritual cast a 20-foot circle. Where'd it go? Just right there. And then invisibility ring. And then I'm gonna just creep, like around. I'm gonna make a point to not step in any snow.
Okay. Go ahead.
Try to get behind the thing.
Okay. You begin creeping around as stealthily and quietly as you can. So silence, I believe it's just like you target an area and stays in one area, right?
Yeah,
It
just like that one area was silent.
Cool. All right, so make a stealth with advantage.
Oh,
then, as you sneak around.
No. Hold on. Let me. So, how tall are the ceilings?
They are about 30 to 40 feet tall.
And how far is the top of the throne from the ceiling?
40 feet with 30-foot rafters. Say that again.
How far is the top of the throne from the ceiling?
Top of the throne to the ceiling. I mean, a throne it sits off about 5 feet from the ground. The butt of it. So,
Yeah, but it's like a giant throne, right? So is it like 10 feet from the ceiling, like the very top of it? Like, is it a big one?
Oh,
or...
no, it doesn't stand up like that. It's just like a throne sitting out in the room. There's not like a base that it's on or anything. It's like the butt of it just sits up like 5 feet off the ground.
But like the back, right?
Oh, the back
like,
of it.
like
Gotcha. Yeah, so that would be
like
another
really...
probably 5 feet. So yeah, let's say 10 feet tall altogether.
Okay, so it's 10 feet tall, so it's 30 feet from the rafters.
20 feet from the rafters, 30 feet from the ceiling.
30 feet from the ceiling. Oh, yeah, and the rafters go long.
Yeah.
20 feet. Can I jump 20 feet? I can't jump 20 feet, can I? No.
I don't think so.
But behind it, there's 3 pillars, right?
Correct.
And they go
to
ceiling to
balcony.
floor.
Yep.
And they don't look icy.
They do look icy. Yeah, with the especially exposed to the elements.
Oh shit.
All right. Well then,
You
how's
won't.
the wall look? Does the wall look icy?
No, not fully.
And this is a thing, right? This is
Parkour.
It's like a shelf.
these things down here. Yeah. I'm gonna spider walk along the wall and down these things.
Okay.
So, like as far away from possible, and in a very weird spot that like you'd be like, what? Nothing's happening over there. Okay. So you need a stealth roll.
Yeah, with advantage. Yep.
22.
Love it.
And big rolls. 24.
Opposite side over here. All right. You start sticking to the wall as you get your little feet up there and begin walking sideways over the shelving units and everything, and get yourself up on the wall. And you see the man who you now notice looks like some sort of mage. As you notice, he's got he's got this cloak, full cloak, like silk, going down the sides, and he's also got a wand attached to his side. He's just kind of leaned up against that pole there, but he's not noticing you, and neither are the giants.
Is there anything else I can get from the mage? Like, does he have any like insignias on him, Xanterra stuff, or is
make
it
a perception or investigation. See if you can see anything.
Investigation. We're gonna do perception. Fuck. 8.
Yeah, nothing of his appearance would suggest any sort of allegiance to any clan or group or anything like that.
All right. So I'm gonna work my way all the way to behind the throne.
On the ceiling, right? Is what you're walking on right now?
No. So like,
or you're on the ground now.
I climbed back down the ground. I went like in and out of the
Sure.
I didn't touch the snow, so I either went up on the ceiling and down the rafters, but I didn't touch the snow.
Okay.
And then I came up behind the chair. I'm gonna climb up the back of the chair, so I'm like just peeking, like my head barely over the top. And
the throne is icy.
Eat a dick.
That's exactly how I described it. His
but
icy
you
throne.
said it's like 5. It's like 5 feet high.
Yeah.
Or like 3 feet high.
The
Okay,
butt
so
of
I
it
can,
is
like,
5 feet high. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go around the corner then. I'm gonna stick my head out. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Enemy of Bounds on this giant.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna sneak back under so you can't see me.
Okay, so you quickly cast it and you blink visible for a moment, and then you go back and make yourself invisible again.
Yep.
All right. And that's intelligence.
15 intelligence.
Okay, so I was just doing my perception checks.
No, while this is all going on, back on the boat, I'm there with Chucky, who's like rubbing his leg, who's like, and I'm like, it looked really cool, dude. Like, we like jumped off here, we landed on the boat, right? And I'm just like trying to convince him this whole time. That's what I'm. Back to you.
So you quickly flick over to that one giant, cast Enemies Bound, and then twist your ring again and make yourself invisible. And in that moment, after you make yourself invisible, you notice the giant kind of shake his head, kind of tilt and look around. He looks down at the mage, and then looks up at the other giant, and then looks back down at the mage. And you see him pick up his great axe, and he brings it up over his shoulder, and just slices down right behind the mage as he's not looking. That'll hit.
Oh.
For a total of.
I should grab some popcorn for this one.
For a total of 25 points, he slashes down on this mage, a massive strike. You see him just fall over onto the ground, stumbling a bit. And the other frost giant to your east, he looks down. Hey, what's the deal? Why would you do that? He's good to us. You know, he's helping us. And he looks back at the other frost giant and just picks up his axe once more and swings back down at him as the mage, no, please, you hurt him! And he swings again, and the mage just ducks under this one as he clings into the wooden pole that he was leaning up against, missing that strike on there. Wilmer, are you doing anything in this moment while all this ruckus is happening?
I'm gonna start. So I'm invisible. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna like climb up the chair. I'm gonna sit next to the conch, and I'm just gonna kind of like. Can it fit in my bag of holding?
It can, yeah. It's about like 3 feet in size. It's only like 20 pounds.
Okay. I'm gonna sit there for a minute and wait to see what the other giant does.
Yeah, the other giant begins going down towards him as the giant is still swinging at the mage, and he yells at him. He says, "Stop it! You're gonna kill poor Nilron! You know he's been good to us. He's helping us." And he goes to swing again at him. And Noron's like, no, you hurt him! And he puts his arms up, and as he does, he gets slashed with the great axe. Where are my d12s? Oh, it does another 26 points of damage on him, slash into its body, and you see the mage now begin running away out to the balcony. And as he's doing so, he grabs his side satchel, and you see him pulling out some sort of like scroll or something like that.
All right, I'm going to, at this point, seeing him go out, I'm gonna put the horn in my bag of holding. And then since they're both kind of, I mean, I feel like they're both going to follow him this way. I'm going to jump out this way and start going out as well.
All right. You begin going out that way. You look to your left and to your right. You notice that Cuomo is down to your west side. To like the bottom of the screen.
Bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's cross.
She's right there.
Right over there. All right, yeah, so I'm still invisible. So then I would run down this way as well. What's going on with the mage?
Yep, the mage runs out the door to the balcony, and you see him pulling out this scroll, and you say, "Quick, pick me up now! I need help!"
That's what he says?
Yeah.
Pick me up now. I don't know.
And so you're on Cuomo now?
Nope. I'm running down, and hold on. Let me see this. This is gonna be real interesting if it makes sense. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh. I am going to. So I'm running out. Like. So where is it? Yeah. So like, I take my ring off. I'm running to Cuomo. I scream, "Hip hip!" I cast suggestion on the mage, and I say, "Get on the bird, and don't fight back."
Okay, so that's a wisdom.
Wisdom? No, it's yeah, wisdom 15.
Okay. The mage running out, pulling out the scroll, says this, "Quick, pick me up now, I need help." And as he says that, you pretty much poop yourself back up there and yell at him to get onto the bird. And he looks at you, curious as to where this little man just came from on the balcony, and like, you know, this strange pale-skinned halfling just running across here. He watches you just in shock as you're going across, and as he's like slowly gathers his senses real quick, he pulls out his wand, and out of his wand you just see this glowing red orange ember start pouring out of it. As you see, he pulls out a wand, and out of the tip of the wand this glowing orange red ember just starts going larger and larger as you run by him, and he swings it out, and a massive fireball explodes on you and Cuomo. Cuomo needs to make a dex saving throw, and so does Wilmore.
Ugh. Everything's freezing.
8.
Ooh, 8.
Well, 8 plus what?
That's not gonna be enough.
9.
Did mine not roll? Yeah,
I
at
swear to
21.
God, we look cool landing.
All right. This fireball explodes out in your direction, Wilmore. Ignites this massive area. Down on the boat, you guys can see this. Just a massive flame engulf the area. Explodes. Takes 22 points of damage, so halved on Wilmore, so that's 11 on your success. And then Cuomo takes 22 points of damage as this fireball explodes there.
Cuomo's down.
Do we see Cuomo falling?
Cuomo's on the roof, just collapses down and begins sliding down.
All right.
He's on the roof?
So
So he's sliding down to me.
Yeah, like kind of like in your direction, yeah.
Okay, so I see that. I mean, I don't know if we're in initiative yet or anything, but I would immediately cast Healing Word on him so he can steady himself.
All right, immediately cast Healing Word. Yep, you can roll that health for that.
4.
4. Cuomo's eyes open up. His feathers a little charred and looking crispy, but he quickly opens his eyes and gets back to his feet, shakes off the embers on him.
So, I see all of this as I'm kind of like waiting for them. So I have my torch lit in one hand, and my other hand is my quarterstaff. And real quick, I flip open the mechanism and click the button, and out come my gliders. And I'm just waiting for the last possible moment.
Okay. All right. So Wilmer, you see after you cast this healing word, Cuomo pop back up. The mage, you see him grabbing his spell book and putting his staff away, and you see him like charging up something else in his hand. He looks back at the
I
giants.
cast Silence.
So you're using a spell slot then for it? Yeah.
I use spell slot Silence like directly on him as soon as I see him doing something.
Yep. He goes to try to yell and cast a spell almost simultaneously, and as you do that, that silent spell pops up and blocks him from being able to get that somatic elements out there, the verbal elements out there rather, and yeah, he's just kind of yelling out into the void, no sounds coming out there. And
Note, now that we see all this stuff going on, Chakapi has set himself up, ready to drive the boat, and I'm ready to catch anybody that falls, see that, anybody that attacks. I'm ready.
Absolutely. So this one giant who was striking the other one that you cast the enemies abound on, I believe that will drop now, right?
Or no,
Or
I
is that-
gotta roll. It was 14, right? So I gotta roll a con save.
Okay, yeah.
Or no, it would drop with the
silence.
Silence. That's concentration. Yep.
Okay. So he shakes out of it. What's going on here? Oh, hey, what's Nilderon doing out there? And the other one looks at him. You were just hitting him like 10 times. What's your problem? And you see Nilderon just. What are you doing, one more?
I'm running off the balcony. I'm jumping. I'm doing hip hip, and I'm just trust ball.
All right. Are you jumping onto Cuomo? Or you're just jumping
Yeah,
up?
yeah. I don't know if he's above me or if he's below me, but I'm just jumping off the balcony, screaming hip hip.
All right. You jump off. Cuomo comes and scoops you up. You land on Cuomo. You see the giants chasing after you, running out to the edge of the balcony, screaming out, "We got intruders!"
As soon as I hear all of that, I have one hand on my glider held like this. I get a running start, and I simultaneously throw the torch in the attic and then grab onto my glider and jump off.
You throw that torch in there, and a massive explosion just booms in that attic. You guys light it up, just completely engulfed in flames. Wilmore, you look back as it catches your eyes, and you notice both of the giants, or caught your attention in general. You notice that both the giants have also looked back at this explosion, kind of like taking shelter, covering their heads and whatnot. Looking frantic at, there's a lot of chaos happening right now, a lot of commotion. Not sure which way to look. You being flying down, so you look back as well, you see Fang flying in the air with his quarterstaff and the wings spread out, and you guys begin making your way down to the boat.
Yep, and so then I glide gracefully into the boat, immediately drop my quarterstaff and grab an oar and tell everyone, start rowing!
Is everybody
I
landed on
start
the
rowing.
boat? Start rowing. Boom, baby.
Everyone has made it onto the boat now.
And we row like hell.
All right, let me drop this boat token out here. And so as soon as you guys make it on down here, you guys, is that the proper size? I don't think it is.
Note, I take 2 oars myself.
Absolutely.
have each one.
He's only on one side, so he's going like this.
I made that too big. That should only be like. Nope, that's too small. I gotta get it just right. That'll work for now, at least. So you guys see this, your boat down there as you guys begin flying on down. You make your way, grab the oars, and you begin paddling away. And as soon as you guys grab those paddles and begin sailing away, you can hear in the distance approaching a great horn just blowing in the air. Essentially. Essentially.
Oh, God damn it.
Keep on rowing.
Rowing.
Everyone make athletics checks as you keep on rowing. My screen's getting messed up here.
And a third nat 20.
Damn.
12.
12.
This is not working.
Sanity's at the front of the boat going, stroke, stroke, stroke. Hopefully that gives everybody advantage.
Call him Billy Squire.
Stroke me, stroke me. Alright, so you guys begin trying to go as fast as you can, getting on out of here. And you guys hear that great horn blowing in the distance. You guys look out to the south to see a massive 500-foot ship. I can't get the size right on here, and I have the proper token on here, but it's not doing it right. Sorry. Now that's too big.
What she said.
Yeah, that'll work. Can you guys see that?
I'm still in the Spardborg Lodge.
Oh, you guys are?
I'm not.
I'm not by the boat.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know where the people are, but there's a boat out there.
Maybe reload your thing, Luke. Alright, but you guys can see down to the south this massive great ship coming on in. And at the helm, as it's like making its way through this, the mist of the darkness of the night, you guys can see at least 20 frost giants on this ship, heading their way back towards Spardborg, towards the center of it. And at the helm, you guys can see a massive frost giant with a horned helm, and wearing a fur vest and a cape behind it, gripping a massive axe. And on his shoulder, you guys can see a beautiful white giant owl. And
you said they were heading towards the center of the island?
Yes, and you guys are heading... In which direction are you guys heading?
I guess because we want to go south, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to go down the north coast.
Someone just changed that
away
size.
from this. So like southwest, I guess.
Yeah.
To like swoop out.
All right. So you guys begin trying to sail out of here as quickly as you can, as you see this great ship coming in here, which you could imagine has the Jarl on it. As you guys heard that these from Chocopee's crew about how they were out here sailing and hunting whales in the vicinity. And so yeah, you guys try to keep sailing away. Go ahead and make that athletics again, and everyone make a stealth as well.
Okay. Second.
20. Stealth. 25.
15 stealth.
Oh yeah. Good dice today.
Big dice.
Great dice.
Here comes the nat one from Solrak, like usual. Big strong man.
Fuck you, buddy. Alright, so you said athletics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Chocopee's at the front. We need to go now! The frost giants are coming! Let's go!
Sorry, my die rolling so slow.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was just having some slow
Let's
issues,
see.
too.
I see it's like slow, it's rolling across the screen, but it's going like...
It's just natural suspense, man. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys will probably see the results
all
of the first one. And the second one, the stealth is coming now.
15. Alright. So, You guys begin sailing away as quickly as you can as you hear this great horn blowing in the distance, approaching the gates of Svardborg, trying to enter the inlet there, making its way in there. The owl kind of flies up in the air off of the Jarl's shoulder and begins searching the vicinity, flying up and getting closer. You guys, they notice now, of course, the building is engulfed in flames and it's roaring. That's the whole second level, third level is engulfed with flames, and it seems like it's starting to go down to the second level, starting to erupt as well. And you guys start trying to paddle away as quickly as you can. And with all this commotion going on, the building being on fire and being the darkness of night, and just the chaos of it, you guys seem to be able to slip away into the darkness, unscathed and unseen from Jarl and his crew
So badass.
of 20 frost giants.
Yeah.
Decided to kill 20
That's like
frost
Mission
giants.
Impossible, man.
We were so stealthy. I mean, from the get-go, like they never knew we were there.
Well, minus the whole.
Can we talk about how you almost killed Cuomo?
I always had it in my pocket, man. He was good. He was good. That was game plan. Like he goes down. All right, boom. You get a heal
That was not
spell.
part of the game plan.
You're good. You're good.
So you guys
good.
have made it out of Svardborg with the concept of teleportation in Wilmore Chaddington's bag of holding. Made it out to the Sea of Moving Ice, mostly unscathed from a island full of frost giants and a crew of 20 plus frost giants arriving on Krigvind, the great ship helmed by Jarl Starvold himself. And you guys are now out into the free of the Sea of Moving Ice to hopefully take Chakapi home safely to the Ice Peaks, his homelands. And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Hey, real quick, can I divvy out the gold
Wait,
and
how much
silver
gold do I
pieces?
get?
Yeah, you guys, we can handle all this, but we're gonna pretty much call it here, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, if last minute stuff to deal with, if any last minute conversations you guys
It was
want to
what,
have right now
600 gold
too.
pieces for 200.
Yeah, so I give 150 to each person. So Solrak, Chaddington. God, I don't want to give Chakapi gold, but
Give us some gold.
I know. So, all right, so I give 150 to everyone, and save 150 for me. So that's 150 gold, and then silver. Everyone gets 125 silver.
So 150 gold, 125 silver.
Chakapi making it out.
Ching chung. So before before you guys we close it out for the night, yeah, you guys have sailed out safely now. I'm sure you guys are been in a frenzy currently. Let's do a quick little wrap out here, your guys' conversation on the boat, and then we can close it out. What's going on the actual boat right here?
So I am literally just like boosted. The boat, we saw these explosions. We saw flying. We saw the bird almost dying. We were like, woo! Holy hell! And then we saw the whole thing blew up here. That was fucking awesome, yeah.
And then I pick up my quarterstaff, and I was like, yeah, that's nothing. And like just kind of like brush myself off, and then like I click my mechanism so that the wings kind of retract back into the quarterstaff.
Yeah, but I would
It's like,
I give Cuomo a nice little pat on the head and just, good job, buddy. Sorry about getting greedy there, my friend. Then I go to the back of the boat, just kind of look out just to make sure we're not getting trailed. And then I reach in and pull out the conch. Be like, well, gentlemen, we're halfway there. Just kind of show it to him.
yeah, so all we have is to be living on a prayer now, yeah. We're halfway there. Okay, I can't sing the rest. Oh, it's a street. Don't get taken down here.
Yeah, Wilmore, you look back, you don't seem to notice anything trailing behind you. You just see a plume of dark black smoke and a bright orange light in the distance there.
Just
Do you
kind
think
of
they'll
hold
have
the
any
conch.
clue with us?
Well, I mean, they did see at least Cuomo.
True. Means they'll be on high alert during the siege.
Yes.
We must keep an eye out while we navigate here.
Let's just say I'm not worried about getting chased by a boat. And I shoot them all a little wink.
Alright, fair enough. I
Old
trust you.
man's full of tricks.
He sure is. Do not doubt the little man anymore here.
No, that was some impressive work back there. Just happy we made it out alive, especially you, Cuomo, and certainly made things a hell of a lot easier not having to deal with fighting any giants.
I will say, seeing Cuomo almost dying back there, made me realize that, if he ever does die, just want to let you know, like a true friend that I am, I will eat him for you, so you don't have to dispose of him. Just so you know.
We should find Cuomo a woman, then maybe we can get an egg, and in case he does die, we got a backup plan. You know what I'm saying?
So, Rick, I'm gonna pretend like you didn't just say that.
I'm just saying, he got pretty toasty
No,
right now.
I heard
It
what
would
you
have been
said.
a waste of pretty toasty, delicious bird hair.
I would
Dang.
whoop your fucking ass.
Whoa, I'm just saying. Then Chatterton there, I revived him, and then I wasn't hungry anymore, but for a second
How would you feel if Cuomo thought the same thing about your mother if she was burning? Touche. Touche.
Is my mom seasoned in barbecue and crispy and delicious? I don't know. These are,
Whatever. Give it a rest, Solrak.
Apparently, Solrak, your mother's so hot she goes great with a side of fries.
Oh, whoa, too soon. I pretend to laugh at him, but then I turn around and a single tear rolls down my cheek.
So sad.
Real quick, Nate, question: does Cuomo get a long rest?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. So
Well, yeah, when you guys take long rest, Cuomo can also do one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I will, because it's late, so I imagine we'll pick up on a long rest next session.
Yeah, we can pick up discussing what you guys are handling as you sail into the night when we start the next game.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Hell yeah! Oh, that was fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
And we got to see Johnny Cobar's face.
Yes, man.
Didn't it?
I think that's what
And
did
you're
it.
animated too. You're animated.
Gotta be.
I'm very animated.
That's what makes it.
Ah, no
That's a full
doubt.
show.
Alright, guys, lovely game. Great job maneuvering through that. One way or another, you guys were able to recover that conch and get out there safely. When, as I mentioned, we'll go ahead and pick this up next time we play, which I believe will be this coming Sunday. Unless we have any problems, we can discuss in Discord. That said, yeah, feel free to discuss anything else in Discord amongst each other about this or what you guys would like to do next, because you guys are out on the open sea now, and you got to get somewhere eventually. That said, thank you everyone for joining us tonight, watching, tuning in. Had a great crowd in the chat, I saw. Thank you, Jeff Greenspan. Take that long
Yeah.
rest and watch out for those goblins under the stairs.
Yeah!
Thank you guys.
Later, gators.
Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.